Hey guys, it's Jeremy again, back today for another video, and today's video is going to be a book review, and this time I'm going to be reviewing As Twilight Falls by Amanda Ashley, and this is a adult vampire romance novel. And I've heard a lot of really good things about Amanda Ashley. This was a book I read about a year ago, and I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite books of 2013. This was one of the books I mentioned in my 2013 yearly wrap-up video that I did in early January. And a lot of people asked me if I would review this book, but this is actually not my copy of it. It's actually my brother Aaron's copy of it, because I don't own my own copy, but he was kind enough to let me borrow it so I can review it. So, Aaron, if you're watching this, I thank you. You're awesome. And this is the cover of it, which I think is so beautiful. It's what drew me to the book in the first place, and I just love this cover. It is so pretty. And then that is the spine and the back, as well as the other side. And this is mass market paperback. I'm not a huge fan of mass market paperback, but I read this in this way, and I loved it. I loved it. But as per usual, I'm going to read you the back of the book, and I hope you enjoy. Photographing ghost towns across the American West, Katie Andrews takes a wrong turn and ends up in Morgan Creek, a spot that isn't on the map. It's a quaint little town, but there's nothing off about its complacent residents, and when twilight falls, it takes on a truly sinister air. Unable to run or to find any way out, Katie finds herself a prisoner, hunted for her blood, but still more disturbing, her spirit and beauty have captured the attention of the master vampire Ryan St. Croix. When he looks into her eyes, she can see his hunger. When he takes her in his arms, she can feel his power. When he presses his lips against hers, she can taste his need. St. Croix may be the most compelling creature she's ever imagined, but Katie knows in her heart that he is also a man who needs a woman, to want him, desire him, crave him, to be his willing prisoner for all eternity. As I said before, this was a adult vampire romance, and it's also a standalone novel as well. So it is a vampire romance standalone story. So it's just the one book, which I don't review or read a lot. So anyway, I'm gonna get into my review. This book is about Katie, and she really, her job is she goes through all these ghost towns, and she takes pictures, and she just visits a lot of these towns that you wouldn't imagine going to, or you really wouldn't imagine people living in them at all, really, because they're ghost towns, they're very quiet, you don't hear about them very much. But Katie, as the back said, she takes the wrong turn, and she ends up in the town known as Morgan Creek, which sounds as creepy as the name sounds. It is a very creepy, very quiet, very mysterious town, which I find fascinating. But one thing kind of leads to another, which leads to another, and she kind of realizes that when you go into this town, you can never leave. It's not that the people of the town forbid you to leave, and they'll be carrying pitchforks to try to stop you from leaving, as physically like a barrier is around the town. You physically like you could do this and try your best to move, and you wouldn't. You can't. It's like, okay, you're gonna tell your body to move, and it's not gonna move. Or there's just this huge barrier that keeps everybody isolated in this town. And we read, and as we read and follow the very fast-paced pages of this incredible book, we find that the town is run by vampires, which you find out very quickly. Katie already finds out that vampires exist. Not only they exist, but they are the ones leading the town, and she is held prisoner by a vampire named Ryan St. Croix. Interesting. This book is similar in the ways of you can't leave, just like the novel, what is that book called? Sam's Lot or Sam's Lot by Stephen King, which I have not read, but it is mentioned in this book, which is why I brought it up. This is also my very first novel of adult romance. I've never read anything of adult romance besides The Edge of Never by J.A. Redmersky, and that's a bit different because that's a new adult contemporary romance novel. This is more of a vampire paranormal adult story, which I thought this was great. I really, really enjoyed it. It was a very fun, there was a lot of different situations, a lot of really lovable characters. The pacing of the book was interesting. The writing was very unheard of for me. How Amanda Ashley writes is she takes third person and first person, and she kind of mends those two writing styles together. And she kind of, they're kind of mixed together, so you kind of know Katie's thoughts as if she's telling you, but it's still third person at the same time, so you get all the atmosphere, which I think is really interesting. I've never come across a writing style like that, like this, so I thought it was really, really amazing in that sense. Another thing I really liked was the unpredictability. This book had a lot of twists and turns, and it also had a very addicting quality. You're gonna be like, okay, she's in this town, she's being held prisoner, what's gonna happen? And so really a series of really funny and very entertaining events kind of come about that leads that he wants her. She really doesn't like him for a good while of the book, which was really entertaining to read. She gives him a list of things that she wants because he's like richer than anybody in the entire planet, I'm guessing, because he's like the oldest, most powerful vampire, this, that, and the other. And we find some different things. She pours some very expensive perfume that he bought her down the sink, which I'm guessing that stuff goes from anywhere from $50 to several $100s, which I would not be doing that. But it's her way of getting back at him. She orders this really, really expensive stuff that are crazy expensive, like I think some like really, really expensive furniture that costs thousands of dollars, and she kind of puts in her head, I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm stuck here, I'm going to make you pay for all this, and I'm not going to like it. And he's like, is that your list? Is that all you want? Like her list was nothing. I think that was great. I thought that was hilarious. Like, her list was so small. It's so funny. But there is a romance that kind of goes between the two, and I like that it wasn't so insta-love like you see in a lot of really corny teen reads. That's by chapter 3, they're I love you. It's not Twilight-esque in that sense. It's a very, it may have Twilight in the title, but this is a completely different story. It's very, very adult. There is some sexual situations in here as well as some language, so I would recommend this is an adult read. So I would say between 17 and up could read this nice and easy. I would even say maybe 16 if the parents are okay with the content that this instills. But I do recommend As Twilight Falls by Amanda Ashley. And Amanda Ashley, if you are watching this, thank you for writing such a deeply rich paranormal thrill ride. I enjoyed every single page. It was really enjoyable. This book is 360 pages and has over 20 chapters, so really good book. There's the cover again, which I just cannot stop staring at, and the spine and the back. And I will be picking up this book because this is the only book I've read by this author, which I am reading another one of her books and really enjoying it so far, and my review will be up in about a week. But I really enjoyed As Twilight Falls. I hope you enjoyed the book review. I hope you will want to pick this up and give it a try. The mass market paperback is $7.99 on the back of this, but on Amazon it's like $7.19, so you can get it for a little bit cheaper than that. But it's going to be around $7-ish, $7+, like $7.50 maybe. So I mean, for mass market, I mean it's pretty good size, and I think the most expensive I've ever seen in mass market is $9 maybe. They're really expensive, but I really enjoyed this book. I do recommend you guys check it out, and do click the subscribe button if you haven't already. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys again when I come back and do some more reviews in a couple of days or a week, because I'm slow. But thank you for watching this review. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.